For Draft 45 Round 2. Thank you guys for joining us today. If you don't know, we actually record this on a Monday, so I would be remiss if I didn't ask my buddy TJ, how was your weekend?
It was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
There was football involved.
There was football Saturday, Longhorn football, obviously, but Friday night you missed out. The Clear Lake area Chamber of Commerce's Cowboy Rides Away Chairman's Ball, saying bye to Bob Davey.
Yeah, Bob's a great guy. I looked at the pictures after the fact, and it's probably for the best because I looked at what people were wearing. There's nothing I could have worn. I don't own boots. I don't own a hat. I don't any. I would have been the guy that showed up in a black tux with a red pocket.
Well, that's what I had.
Oh, did you?
I had my tux on.
The pictures I saw were very Western in theme.
Yeah,
I can't contribute to that at all in any way.
And then obviously our new chairwoman.
Christy
Concaba is in there, and she has "Here Comes the Sun" as her theme.
Oh, okay, cool.
For this year. So
nice.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun that night, and I'm glad you didn't bring up the photos about me.
See, and you just brought them up.
Yeah.
So now the people listening know that there are photos.
Yeah, there are photos.
Go find them.
Yeah. Me dancing for the first time in a long while. Bad ankles. Welcome to the show. We're again brought to you coming to you from the historic Schoolhouse Visitor Center in Kemah. A great location for us. And as we kind of build this out here, we'll be inviting guests to come with us. But we got an exciting guest with us here today. Big weekend coming up in Seabrook, Celebration Seabrook, and LeaAnn Petersen is here with us from the City of Seabrook. And what year is this now for Celebration Seabrook?
Oh, you would ask that. So we started in 2015. So in 2020, we didn't hold the event, of course. So I believe this is our 6th event.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those kind of great festivals that the locals get to come out, but also folks from the region. I'm sure folks from LaPorte and Deer Park, Kemah, all over come on over because of the great music. Got Sam Riggs and Jake Worthington playing this year. Hometown boy and Jake Worthington, we should point out. He's just up the road. We can kind of claim him in Seabrook, can't we? Since he's from LaPorte.
I think they claim him in LaPorte.
Yeah, he's a great guy. If you don't remember, he was one of the finalists for The Voice. And
is that okay?
Many seasons ago,
I could never keep track of which show it was, but I've actually had the good fortune of seeing him. 3 or 4 times, and been able to chat with him before and after, and just a really nice guy. Just as genuine and down to earth as can be, and he's a monster talent. He's really good. He did the Harvey benefit at ACU.
Yep.
Of Texas, and that I think that was the first time I saw him, and that's a great choice you've got there.
This is his second time for Celebration Seabrook. He actually came in 2017 as well.
Yeah, and it's great to have that talent, but also Sam Riggs, up and comer. We're talking about, this is the guy that you can go see him this weekend. And then you'll say 5 years from now when he's playing the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, I got to see him, right?
Right, at
that's how big of a deal.
Seabrook for $5.
For $5, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
$5 to go see him. And it's all day Saturday on the 9th. Tell us more about what's going to be happening out there.
Oh, we have so much happening. So in addition to the music that we have Jake Worthington, Sam Riggs. We'll also have Electric Circus cover band. And then another up-and-comer, Hayden McBride, is going to join the music lineup as well. But this is a music and art festival. We have a ton of art exhibits that will actually be painted live. So we are continuing our skate park mural with Shelby Nicole. She's a wonderful artist. She's painted several of the murals at the skate park, so she'll continue her work there. And it wouldn't be a Celebration Seabrook without pelicans, of course. So Debbie Starr will be painting a pelican live. She paints one live every year. And we have a community pelican, so people will get their own piece of art. They get to come by that booth and actually paint a pelican and have a little bit of their own artwork out in the community.
Is it one of those big pelicans like we see in front of all the stores and stuff? That is the Pelican Trail is like they call it around Seabrook. It's one of the cooler items around. I've always wanted just to have one personally.
We actually get that request a lot in Seabrook.
I bet you. I love it. It's really cool to see. In Houston, people see the cows. In Wimberley, they see the boots. Galveston's the turtles. But the pelicans really the first small community we saw anywhere in the state to do this was Seabrook with those pelicans everywhere.
That started in actually 2001. So it's an ongoing tradition, and we've had over 75 pelicans commissioned since 2001.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is wild. It's one of those things where you think you've seen them all at this point. I've thought that I think I've seen everyone, and then I'll find one, and I'll think I've never seen this particular. I mean, it's you guys do a great job as far as the placement of them as well. It's kind of a fun little thing to go try to track them all down. That's really cool.
It's kind of hard to keep up with the map, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
I bet.
That's your responsibility, I guess. You got to keep the map updated and everything. For those who don't know, LeaAnn handles all the communications for the city of Seabrook. Does a great job there. Known her for many years. When we talk about the art side of things, I got to ask you though, how much does the mayor? Because a lot of folks may not realize what a great artist the mayor is. Tom Kolupski, the mayor of Seabrook. And he does this driftwood art.
Yes.
And sometimes it gets very eclectic. Sometimes it's very kind of what you would expect for driftwood. But he's very talented.
It's driftwood and it's industrial. And actually during COVID last year, we had a dining program. And we gave away some of the pieces in that program that we promoted.
I remember that. Yeah, we promoted that where he showed off a couple of pieces during our interview, and that if enough people went out and ate at locals during the pandemic, to do that. What's at the heart of Celebration of Seabrook? What's the purpose of why this event is held and why it was so important?
Good question. So it's actually kind of a brought back to life festival. So in 1981, the mayor then actually wanted to bring a celebration to Seabrook, and they called it Seabrook Celebration. And again, it was music and art and kids activities, and that was a super popular 3-day music festival before it died out in the early 2000s. And so we had a ton of people saying they wanted that event to be brought back. And so in 2015, we decided to bring back an event that would be similar to it, maybe a little smaller scale because we don't have the support that we had back then. But we're trying to grow it to an event that is around the same scale as Seabrook Celebration.
And we talked about the art that's going on there, and then obviously the music. Though I think one of my favorites is here we are in Texas. We're used to bull riding, but
I know where you're going.
Shark riding.
Yeah.
And the famous video is of Mayor Kolupski, by the way. I think he may not have been mayor yet. He may have been still on council at this time. I can't remember. We had this great video of Tom Kolupski riding the shark, the bucking shark. I love that. I mean, I want to we won't do it this year, but next year we're going to have a contest between you and I who can stay on the shark longest.
I'm going to imagine it's going to be you.
I don't know. I'm not so good.
It's tough. I think he bucked off all of our council that year. And I don't know that they've gotten back on since somebody videoed it.
That's it. It's great. And matter of fact, if you look at the little flyer, I'm showing it out here, and we'll put up a little shot of it. There's a little girl riding the shark. Where does that come from? Because that's awesome.
Well, we are celebrating Seabrook, and it wouldn't be a celebration of Seabrook if we didn't have some type of coastal theme.
Right.
And so one year we were like, oh, we need a bull. And they said, oh, well, we actually have a shark. And so that's one of the things that I reserve early every year to make sure that we have it. And it's free. So all of the activities that we have at Celebration Seabrook are free. So we have rock wall, we have large obstacle bounce houses, we have a large slide, the mechanical shark. We also have a ton of kids art activities. We'll have face painting, balloons, caricatures, foam pumpkin decorating. All the kids can come out and actually get their own Pelican t-shirt and color their own Pelican on a t-shirt. And then we have sidewalk chalk as well.
Awesome there. Again, it's Celebration Seabrook. It's happening October the 9th, Saturday. This coming Saturday, as you listen and watch this, it's at Matter Park. One of the things I like too is it's one of those that doesn't go on until midnight or anything like that. It's really geared for families to come out and enjoy themselves, right?
Yeah, it starts at 11 and we wrap up by 7:30 that evening.
Yeah, that's great. So even afterwards, you bring the kids out, you're not getting home too late and the like as well. And we have tickets to get, as I said, it's only $5 to go watch the music out there. And if folks do want to get tickets for that, how do they do so?
They can get tickets online at celebrationseabrook.com. And we also have them for sale at the door. And all kids 10 and under are free. Our veterans are free and our first responders are free.
Oh, that's great. too.
You're also, I see you're celebrating the 60th anniversary of Seabrook being incorporated. What are the plans to sort of commemorate that?
Yeah, we have a lot of things that we're going to bring into this year's celebration. We're going to have what I say larger than life birthday cake. It's actually going to be 324 cupcakes that spell out happy 60th birthday Seabrook.
Wow.
And that's actually being made by a local. She owns Scrumptious Houston in Nassau Bay, and she's also the wife of one of our police officers, Officer Christensen.
Awesome.
So she'll be making that. We have a 60th birthday exhibit that we'll have in place. I have the book here. We have images of Seabrook, and the authors will be there signing books, and we took several of these pieces out of the book and we'll have them on display. We have lots of Seabrook birthday merchandise that we'll have on for sale that day that you can purchase and get something to commemorate. We'll of course sing happy birthday at some point in the day. I think around noon we'll have a ceremony to talk about its 60th birthday. And then even beyond Celebration Seabrook, we're going to be doing celebrations throughout the year. If you've been in Old Seabrook District or around Lakeside, you might see the banners that have gone up celebrating 60. We'll also be doing a Pelican Art Contest with CCISD so that kids can actually have a chance to design their own pelican, and the winner will get their own pelican designed for the Pelican Path that we talked about earlier. And we're doing an oral history project as well. So we just have a lot of fun things that we're going to be doing around turning 60, including a time capsule.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That is really something. We talk about 60 years of Seabrook of going on. Give us kind of a brief history of Seabrook. I know you got the book there. Don't read the whole book to us.
No.
But because a lot of folks may not realize it was a sleepy little town. It's not really. It's kicked in a lot over the years.
Well, yeah, and in 1961, that was the decade that we put a man on the moon, right? And so we're 5 miles from NASA. And so the majority of the people that lived here actually worked for NASA and had a part of that history. And then Seabrook was also known for the Houstonians that would come down and vacation here. They would, quote unquote, get away from the heat of the city and the coolness of the breeze on the bay. I'm not really sure about that. I think it's very humid here.
Yeah.
And so it just slowly grew, and then as you know, it's kind of that midpoint. Seabrook's that midpoint between Houston and Galveston.
Yeah, it's a great thing to happening. Celebration Seabrook. Tickets are only $5. And by the way, we are giving away some tickets for those of you watching or listening on the podcast. Well, actually, only those watching on the podcast on Clear Lake now. So what you'll do is here. What you have to do is, and you can look it up and cheat all you want to do here, in the comment section, everyone who comments on the most popular Sam Riggs song, all right, what's his top song, and every one of them that gets that right, we're going to draw from that, and we're going to have 2 pairs of the tickets for you to go this weekend. So we'll do the drawing here. Now, again, as you watch this on Clear Lake now and I-45 now, this is playing back on Wednesday night. So I'll give you until Thursday at noon to do that. And then we'll do the drawing so everyone can make it to the show then. And we'll get those tickets over to you then for that. Obviously, that's going on. But the other thing that maybe that you don't get enough credit for this, I think you should go, LeaAnn.
Is it credit or blame?
No, it's credit, because the blame goes to TxDOT. And obviously,
that is true.
We're talking about all the information we get on the State Highway 140 expansion, construction, and the like. I'll ask you, like I did right before going there, when's it going to be done?
October 2023, which is ahead of schedule still. We are still ahead
of schedule. Yeah, they had gotten really ahead of schedule, then it moved it up and then moved it back again. But I think originally it was like 2025 or something like that before we were going to see anything.
It'd be May 2024.
May 2024. Yeah. So now October. If the timing's just right, it'll be done in time for the Celebration Seabrook that year. Right? With the real Celebration Seabrook.
Right.
But you are responsible for putting together all those great updates. I know I subscribe to it. If you don't, on all the road closures, all the things that are going to happen. Talk about, because that's got to be a task for you.
Yeah, so you're referring to sh146.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before construction even started, we secured that website, and we were putting updates on there about the businesses that were closing in Seabrook. We got those questions a lot. And so then we continued it once construction started and posting the updates. So I'll get an email update from TxDOT. We'll make sure we get that post out there. We also created a calendar so people can glance at the calendar. We do an email blast. We post the information on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, and Nextdoor. And so it's just kind of nice to know before you leave the house in the morning, oh, well, is 518 going to be closed? Do I need to go around that area? Or we're going to have a huge traffic shift coming up pretty soon in Seabrook, where all of the cars will be fed onto the newly paved feeder roads in both north and south directions. And so how you're going to navigate that, it's going to be really big.
Yeah, because the idea of moving over the new feeder roads, because now the main lanes are going to get done, and then eventually the expressway that goes over and everything else. It's kind of neat when we drive up in here from coming from Lake City or anything like that. You see now beforehand, all we were seeing was stuff torn up. Now we're starting to see something get built. Yes. Beyond just the bridge being expanded there. And Doug started it off. He asked her, he said, "Do you get the blame or
yeah?" And I shared information about the date being moved, and I had people coming at me, and I'm like, "I'm just sharing. What do you?" I didn't do it. It's just, but people, it's interesting because you guys have done a very good job of keeping everybody informed. But it's weird if it's not necessarily the answer that they wanted.
Yeah.
They get a little worked up on it, and it just and I was a little shocked. That's kind of why I brought that up. It's like because I just shared an article about it, and I was getting, oh wow, what a tough job.
What's been the weirdest question you've gotten so far about this project?
Oh, I don't know about a weird question. I have gotten a lot of blame.
Sure,
yeah.
And it's not fair. It's not just, but it's just sort of how it works.
One of the things I'm impressed with is because when the site started, it was about the businesses and what was going to be affected. The one thing I do notice about those updates is the care it goes into. Hey, yeah, this is closed, but this is how you're going to get around.
Yeah.
And you've been making a point of promoting, because it's got to have hurt businesses, not just those on the frontage of 146, but just getting into town. Y'all have made a lot of focus on helping promote that as well, to keep those local operations at least getting some publicity out there while the traffic's been a hassle ahead of it.
Yeah, I mean, it impacted 75 businesses in Seabrook were impacted in one way or the other. Several of those didn't even come back. And so we want people to make sure that they know how to get around and still get to the businesses that are open, locate the ones that have been relocated.
Yeah, and you can get it at sh146.com. That's where you can go and get those updates. And you can sign up for the email alerts. That's what I do. I get those on a constant basis, because if I get one that I don't understand, LeaAnn gets the phone call from me right away. And I go, what's this really mean? What's closed? What's open? And she just goes, and then answers my question. But again, LeaAnn Petersen from the City of Seabrook is on with us. Celebration Seabrook happening this weekend, something to really celebrate and have a good time. It's at Meadow Park in Seabrook. Starts at 11 a.m. Tickets are only $5, as I said. If you want, we've got 2 pairs we're going to give away, so we'll do a drawing. So everyone's got to go online in the comment section as you're watching this on either Clear Lake now or I-45 now, and put in the number 1 Sam Riggs song. Now I'm going to go and find out what his number 1 song is at this week. Not what he used to have, what his number 1 song is right now. That means his top song. And put it in there, and all those that get the correct answer, pull from that and give away the 2 pairs of tickets to go see the show. If not, just spend your $5 and go.
They can see the show, and they can see you ride a mechanical shark.
I don't know. After the dancing at the Clear Lake Area Chamber thing, I don't know if I could survive riding a shark.
Let me tell you something. You can't get thrown off a mechanical shark if you refuse to get on one.
That's true. That's
the
it.
position that
But I am going to be out there. I'm going to be out there in the morning when it first opens up to check things out, because it is a great. I love hometown festivals like this. They're so Americana, and they're great to be a part of. And anything else you want to share with us about this weekend?
Make sure you bring your own chairs. That's really good to know. Sunscreen, because it looks like it's going to be sunny and beautiful weather.
Can we give a quick little shout out to some of your sponsors? I know you have a great group of sponsors. But
so our title sponsor this year is Chesapeake Bay Senior Living. They're in Seabrook. Cobb Finley comes in every year. They're so generous. We have the Seabrook Economic Development Corporation. We have Gulf Winds International, Gulf Coast Limestone, Seabrook Association, Lakewood Yacht Club. I mean, these are all locals that you know, Beacon Hill Federal Credit Union. And then we have several in-kind sponsors such as Waste Management, the Yard Outdoor Furniture. They bring all of the furniture for the VIP area. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's that poly furniture that they bring out too. It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
I sat on one of those chairs. Love it. They do a great job. And there's also, we had mentioned food trucks are going to be out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Do we know some of the food trucks are going to make it this
Tasty
year?
Caribbean is going to be out there.
Ooh.
We have Uncle Louie's Snow Cones is coming. I believe we also we do have some locals. Mario's Pizza is going to be out there. So yeah.
That's great. So make it out there. Celebration Seabrook. It's happening Saturday. You've got Electric Circus. That's a great cover band. They're going to be one of the early on groups. They start up at 1:30. Then you've got Hayden McBride. Jake Worthington is on at 4:30, and then Sam Riggs. He's up at 6 p.m. and then he'll wrap up the show at 7:30. So get online at celebrationseabrook.com to find out more. LeaAnn, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it.